Immigration is literally arresting and detaining children on false charges, and they're lying about it. So what do I mean? Case in point, a 7th grader was recently arrested by federal agents and taken to a juvenile detention center that was located more than 500 miles away from his family, which has caused a lot of outrage. Now, their justification for this, the kid had a gun. He had a gun. And not only that, but there's a long rap sheet. Crime. So much crime. Wait, the kid's 13. How long could his rap sheet be? Turns out, not very long at all. Another thing that they were lying about. Now, first off, though, let me get to ICE spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin, right? Who had claimed on social media that the 13-year-old had a gun. And that's what justified the arrest. She posted on X, "Here are the facts. He posed a public safety threat with an extensive rap sheet, including violent assault with a dangerous weapon, battery, breaking and entering, destruction of property, and it was in possession of a firearm and a 5 to 7 inch knife when arrested." DHS, of course, then followed suit, posting, "Not only was this individual in possession of a firearm and a 5 to 7 inch knife when arrested, he also had an extensive rap sheet." Of course, there is just one little problem. Most of that's not true. Yeah. Everett Police Chief Paul Strong revealed during a press conference that there was no gun found in the child. That's right. And there was no rap sheet. According to a journalist named Marissa Cabas, neither the mayor nor the police chief made any mentions of the boy having a criminal history. At a press conference, Mayor Carlo DeMaria said officers did recover a 6 to 7 inch double-edged knife from the boy during the arrest last week. He had a knife, not a gun. There's a big difference here, and had no known criminal history. And again, he's also 13. So wait, how did he end up in an ICE facility? That's really weird. Well, after he was arrested and booked at the station, the boy was taken into ICE custody. He is now being held at the 32-bed Northwestern Regional Juvenile Detention Center in Winchester, Virginia. During a press conference, DeMaria said the police actually did not contact ICE about taking the juvenile. So I guess they just showed up, because that's what they do now. They show up and just take whoever they want. Sounds kind of fashy when you think about it. When asked by Cabas if ICE had stood by McLaughlin's false post, a spokesperson told her that DHS is, quote, "working on a response." 5 hours later, Cabas posts, still nothing. Oops. Oops. Look, it ain't the first time ICE Barbie and McLaughlin, DHS, ICE were caught lying. McLaughlin actually made recently made a false claim about the violent arrest of an American teenage girl in a video that had went viral. Last month, in another so-called fact check that McLaughlin had posted on the DHS website about a mother who miscarried a baby in ICE custody, saying that the woman had falsely that the woman was a wanted killer. Not true at all. Not true at all. But here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter to them what the truth is. All those posts are still up on the websites. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about reality. Okay? That is the reality. They don't care. They are lying in order to hit their quota of arrests. Okay? Remember, Stephen Miller, who's running all this immigration stuff, and I think he's actually, more or less calling the shots in this administration. He's the shadow president, if you will. And it has to stay in the shadows because, you don't know what's going to happen when sunlight meets this man's skin. It might not be pretty. He could burst into flames. Or he could turn into a cloud of bats and fly away. Who knows, right? Either way, don't want to be around that, okay? Anyway, this guy, he's got this quota to remove 3,000 immigrants a day. Now, here's the thing, okay? There are not enough immigrants who are criminal to do that, okay? And again, they're claiming, oh, we're getting rid of the worst, right? That's why we're doing this. We got to get rid of the worst, the terrible criminals and the rapists and the murderers. Got to get rid of them all. There's just one tiny problem. There aren't that many of them. I mean, there aren't that many criminal, illegal aliens in this country. Immigrants actually do less crime than native-born American citizens. There's your fact check, Tricia. Dumb bitch, okay? These people, understand, are such unrepentant bullshit artists. They lie, and they lie, and they lie some more for a living, okay? I do not understand how any of these people, whether it be Tricia McLaughlin or Carolyn Levitt or any of the others, I don't know how they can sleep at night. How can they live with themselves? They know they're full of shit. They know they are intentionally lying and gaslighting the American people every single day, and they still do it. How? I know I couldn't do it. But I guess that's why I'm not a right-winger or a moderate centrist politician, okay? And while I'll never make that kind of money, right? Or get the large audiences on social media that so many of the others who do lie in this field are getting, okay? But, I guess that is a very small price to pay to stay honest. And I'm willing to pay it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.